Why does the first price you see change how you judge every price after it? It's not that you're bad at math. Psychologists call this anchoring bias. The first number you encounter becomes a mental anchor, and every judgment after it drifts around that anchor instead of starting fresh. It doesn't even have to be relevant to what you're judging. A completely random number can still anchor you. And once that anchor is set in your mind, it's incredibly hard to fully let go of it. Every estimate you make afterward gets pulled toward that first number, whether you like it or not. In a classic study, researchers had people spin a wheel that was secretly rigged to land on either 10 or 65. Then they asked everyone to guess what percentage of countries in the United Nations are African. People who spun a 10 guessed low. People who spun a 65 guessed dramatically higher. The wheel had nothing to do with the real answer. Retailers use this constantly. A tag that says was $200, now $89 makes $89 feel like a steal, even if the product was never really worth $200. Real estate agents know that the very first listing price shown quietly shifts what buyers believe is a fair price for every home after it. And in salary negotiations, whoever names a number first often ends up anchoring the entire conversation. Here's what's actually happening in your head. Once a number enters your mind, your brain doesn't throw it out and start over. It adjusts from that starting point instead, and that adjustment is almost always too small. Even when you consciously know the anchor is random or irrelevant, it still pulls your estimate toward it. That's because your brain treats the first available number as a plausible starting reference point. So you end up somewhere between the anchor and the truth, never quite reaching the truth itself. This is why a crossed-out original price on a sale tag still works, even when you know it's a marketing trick. It's why the first offer in any negotiation quietly sets the range for everything that follows. And it's why a restaurant menu's single most expensive dish often exists just to make everything else look reasonably priced. So how do you protect yourself? First, before you see any number, try to form your own independent estimate. Second, when you catch yourself thinking something is a good deal, stop and ask, a good deal compared to what, exactly? And if you're the one negotiating, remember, whoever states the first number usually sets the anchor for everyone else. So the next time a price, an offer, or a number feels obviously right, ask yourself where that feeling actually came from. If this helped, like, subscribe, and tell us, what's the best deal you've ever fallen for?